Children, hello children, welcome to the second video of Shivaji's education, lesson number 5. Today we'll see what we have learned in previous video. Beginning of Shivaji's education, rejuvenation of Pune, the achievements of Dadaji Kondev. Now today we'll see how Shivaji's education accomplished. Like we have seen in Karnataka, in Bangalore, there he learned to read and write and other skills of arts. So today we'll see what he has more learned. When Shivaji returned to Pune, his education continued under the supervision of Jijabai. While returning from Bangalore, Jijabai and Shivaji were accompanied by eminent teachers sent by Shahji Raje. They taught him many sciences, branches of learning and languages. Shivaji acquired the knowledge of excellent administration, war tactics, fort architecture, selection of horses and elephants, ways of escaping from difficult enemy territories, and many other things. Shivaji's progress in education pleased Jijabai very much. As we have seen, at the age of 12, he has learned how to do horse riding, wrestle. He was able to read Ramayana, Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita. So Shivaji became acquainted with different branches of learning and arts. Now, this was a time to implement in his life, to do practice how to implement, how to use in day-to-day life. As you know, whatever we learn, unless we don't practice, we didn't understand how to use in our day-to-day life. So here, when Shivaji returned to Pune, his education was continuing under the supervision of Jijabai. As we have seen, his father sent so many people, trustworthy ministers and renowned teachers. So these teachers, what they taught now? They taught him about sciences, branches of learning and languages, different branches, different languages. Like though his father was well versed with the Sanskrit, but these people, they have taught him all these other subjects, and they have taught how to select the horse, elephant, because all these things are required if you want to develop your own Swaraj. And that was the dream of Shivaji, that he has to establish his own Swaraj. He required horses and elephant because he has to conquer the different places. His dream was to quit these people, Mughals and Sultans from Maharashtra. So for all these things, he has to be excellent in the administration. He must know how to prepare the strategy for the war, what tactics he has to use. You can learn in previous lesson, he was using guerrilla tactics. It is one of the tact which has been used in the battlefield. And how to escape in difficulty from the enemy territories if you get stuck in the enemy's place. So how you have to come out from that place. And all these things he was learning by these different teachers, renowned teachers, eminent teachers. And his mother was very happy by seeing his development and growth in this manner. So let us see about what Veer Mata Jijabai taught Shivaji. Before I go with the Jijabai, I want to say, children, that all mothers are very important in the child's life, because she was our first teacher who teaches us how to speak, walk, and accomplish our work when we grow. Jijabai was no ordinary woman. She was the daughter of the mighty Sardar Lakhuji Rao Jadhav and his wife of the brave and valiant Shahaji Raje. Jijabai was not an ordinary, because she has seen from his childhood. His father was also a Sardar, Lakhuji Rao Jadhav, and very brave he was, full of courage. And the same manner, his husband, Shahaji Raje, also brave and full of courage. So whatever she had seen from his childhood was developed as she grew. She has inherited the knowledge of politics and warfare from her infancy. From her childhood, she has learned all these things about politics and about the battle. In her was witnessed the confluence of the martial tradition of the famous houses of the Jadavas and Bhosles. She was a freedom-loving person with a great sense of pride. She had learned through bitter experience that however much a Maratha Sardar display valor, it was not appreciated in the courts of the sultans. As Jijabai was the daughter of the mighty Sardar Lakhuji Rao Jadhav and the wife of the brave and valiant Shahaji Raje, she had inherited the knowledge of politics and warfare from her childhood. She was freedom-loving person with great sense of pride, and from a bitter experience, because she has seen whatever good deeds her father has done in the battlefield, or her husband Shahaji Raje, but they never has been treated, they never get that appreciation in the courts of the sultans. So she had valiantly faced the shock of her father's murder with full of courage. She has faced that her father was murdered in the court of Nizam Shah, in the open court of Nizam Shah. See, when you come to know that when father was murdered, where he was working, but she was not let her down. She faced it very courageously, and that time only she promised herself that her son was never going to engage himself in the service of others. He is going to establish his own rule, his own Swaraj, and that was the dream of Jijabai in bringing up Shivaji. The people living in the Mawal region were called Mawlas. They were loyal, hardworking, and quick-footed. No one could surpass them in hardiness, but they were harassed by the Sultan's rule. The armies of the Sultans used to plunder their villages, forcing the people to abandon their place. Nobody cared for them. Shivaji yearned to do something for these poor, miserable people. The people who are living in the Marwar region, they are called as Mawlas. They are very loyal. See, at that time, so I will say all the people were very loyal. Hardly few people are there who are cunning and who are doing bias among themselves. But most of the people were very loyal, hardworking. No one like could surpass means excel. If you have a competition, no one can excel in their hardness, in their hard work. But they were harassed by the sultan's rule. The armies of the sultans used to force them to go from their places, leave their house, and nobody were there to take care of them. So there was a Shivaji who had a given thought to do something for these poor and miserable people. On returning home, Shivaji would talk about this to his mother. Jijabai would say, Shiva, Sri Ramchandra is the ancestor of the Bhosles. Rama killed Ravana and made his people happy. The ancestor of the Jadhavas is Sri Krishna. He killed Kans and brought relief to his people. You are the descendant of both Sri Rama and Sri Krishna. You can also destroy the wicked and make your subjects happy. What mother says? She said that your forefathers are from Rama's family, and your Nana's house, they are from Krishna's family. As Rama has killed Ravana and made his people happy, Krishna killed Kans and bring relief to his people. You are the descendant of both Rama and Krishna. So you have the right, you have to destroy all these people who are making your subject unhappy. So, and by destroying, by killing them, or by removing them, you have to make your subjects happy. See, these words of Jijabai were a source of inspiration to young Shivaji. He would remember the brave deeds of heroes of the past like Rama, Krishna, Bhim, Arjun. He thought of them all the time, whether asleep or awake. He felt that he too must have fight against injustice as they did, and like them destroy the wicked and bring happiness to his subject. He thought that he should become courageous and brave like this hero of old. See, the words of his mother was moving in his head. He was thinking of that, and these words gave him inspiration, and he was thinking like, I have to be a hero like Rama, Krishna, Bhim, Arjun, and I have to fight against the injustice, and I have to destroy all these evil people and bring happiness in their life. See, you can see how Jijabai was. By looking his face, you can see how the lady was. By looking her face, you can see how she was been determined and focused in her time period. very strong and confident. Now we will see the new government of Shivaji. Here regime means government. In Pune Jagir, the new regime of Shivaji began under the guidance of Jijabai. Shaji Raje had already made the preparation for this. When Shaji Raje sent Shivaji from Bangalore to Pune, he sent some very powerful and prestigious people with him. They were Samraj Nilkant Peshwe, Balkrishna Hanmante from Majumdar, Mankoji Dhatonde from Sarnabat, Raghunath Balal Sabnis, and Sinopant Dabir. These are the position of these people. As we have seen, he has sent his some ministers. So who are these people? These are Samraj Nilkant, he is a Peshwe from Peshwe. Balkrishna Hanmante, he is a Majumdar. Mankoji Dhartonde, he was Sarnobat, and Raghunath Balal was Sabnis, and Sanopant was a Dabir. These are the different positions in the ministry. So Shahji was well planned because he know his wife and what her dreams, and he have full confidence on his child Shivaji. So with that planning only, Shaji Raje sent all these prestigious people with them, and under their guidance, these people guidance, Shivaji started his new government. These were all able men fit to administer an independent kingdom. Shaji Raje had specially deputed them to Pune to help Shivaji govern his Jagir efficiently. Already Shaji was knowing that these are the people who are going to help out Shivaji in establishing his kingdom, independent kingdom. So he sent them to Pune to help Shivaji to govern his Jagir properly. With their help, Shivaji began to administer his Jagir, to attend the people grievances. Those who inflict injustice upon the riot were punished. In a way, Shaji's Jagir was undergoing a transformation. With the help of these ministers, Shivaji started to administer his Jagir. He started attending the people's complaint. He was going to the people and listening their complaint. Then he was punishing those people who are forcing injustice upon these farmers. Here inflict means force, and riot means riot are the farmers who are the tenants and cultivators and serve as hired labor. So Shivaji was listening to them and giving punishment at the same time. You are giving justice to the people, and in this way Raje's Jagir was undergoing a transformation. The Mavlas got a glimpses of the future Swaraj. It was as it were the dawn of Swaraj. See, Mavlas come to know all this, whatever Shivaji was doing in around, and that they look the future with Swaraj, of Swaraj with Shivaji, and they thought that this was the rise of Swaraj. And afterwards Shivaji's marriage took place because that time the people are married at a very early age. So Jijamata said, Shivaji, you have to marry. You have to marry. Then a proper search was done for a suitable bride, and soon they found that a girl whose name was Saibai from Nimbarkar family of Fulton. At the age of 14, Shivaji's marriage took place with a great splendor, with great beauty, and where by seeing which all the people admire the marriage of Shivaji. So with this we have finished Shivaji's education. Thank you, children.